One of the things that we can learn from the Jehovah's Witnesses during Germany in World War II is how much control and assimilation mattered. Jehovah's Witnesses were not particularly vocal in opposition to what the Nazi Party was doing. In fact, their whole approach seemed to be that they were just going to like hang tight, right? Huddle in place, continue doing what you were doing. This is earthly, worldly things. This is not about God, right? Versus a lot of other religious groups became motivated to participate in resistance because of their religious beliefs. Their religious beliefs called them to resist. Their resistance behavior led to their persecution. The Jehovah's Witnesses were simply not willing to hail Hitler. They were not willing to engage in direct, Nazi party stuff. And that alone was enough that they were seen as a danger and persecuted pretty quickly. On April 24th of 1933, so literally just months after Hitler came into power, they shut down, raided, and searched this major Jehovah's Witness facility in Germany. They did, because of U.S. pressure, end up giving control over that building back. But there were only about 20,000 Jehovah's Witnesses in Germany in 1933, and half of them, 10,000 of them, would end up in concentration camps. About 1,600 of them would end up being executed. And the thing about the Jehovah's Witnesses that's different is that they just had to sign a statement that said that they were no longer going to be Jehovah's Witnesses, right? This wasn't ethnically motivated at all. This was truly just about them adhering to something besides the authoritarian government and Hitler as their like end all be all. That they had a hierarchy of their belief and that God came above Hitler, right? It wasn't until 1934 and the fall of 1934 that the Jehovah's Witnesses in Germany released a statement. They released a kind of congregational statement by each church, but it was all the same. And even then, it said, this is so passive, dude. This is like just, they said, we have no interest in political affairs. We will do no injury or harm to anyone. And then they continue on and they say, we would delight to dwell in peace and do good to all men. And then they say, but essentially you guys keep being Nazis and harassing us. So we are compelled to now give you notice that we will, by his grace, obey Jehovah God and fully trust in him to deliver us from all oppression and oppressors. That's their like great statement of pushing back, right? And for me at least, what we learn watching Jehovah's Witnesses in Germany is that this need for control that comes out of this authoritarian government was all encompassing. That it didn't care if you sat down quietly, it cared that you didn't actively engage. And going after the Jehovah's Witnesses was one way that they quickly tried to show that like you had to be standing up and engaging. You couldn't just sit this one out because of your religious beliefs.